You're like 6'4". Is there a reason you cannot hit a damn layup?
Caitlin Clark being in the building, 1.1 million average viewers.
That's crazy. Just by her going to the game, it's the second most watched NCAA game. Like, that's crazy. That just shows how popular she is right now.
The one thing I would say about Caitlin Clark fans, they'll go anywhere she goes.
She was so kind to my family and everyone in the suite when she came to KC. So huge fans of Caitlin Clark.
The Caitlin Clark experience has been nonstop. Here's a woman that becomes the biggest star in sports.
Angel Reese must be fuming right now. While she struggles to draw even 80,000 viewers to her Unrivaled league games, Caitlin Clark just had 1.1 million people tune in to watch her jersey retirement ceremony, and she wasn't even playing.
The Unrivaled's Week 2 ratings have come out. They are real bad. In fact, Angel Reese failed to break 100,000 viewers. Now, tell me again how everybody's tuning in for you. A lot of people are tuning in for that little highlight where she lined up for that wide open top of the key three and then airballed it. She's still getting crushed.
The numbers actually got released from it, and it says 1.1 million people tuned in to watch Iowa take down USC prior to Caitlin Clark's jersey retirement, making it the second most watched NCAA women's game this season.
That's right, Clark didn't need to step on the court to break records, while Reese is out here missing layups in front of empty seats.
Luckily, nobody was there to see that. I'm sure there wasn't anybody watching it on TV either.
This just proves what we've been saying all along. Caitlin Clark is on another level, and Angel Reese, she's nothing but overhyped.
So Caitlin Clark's jersey retirement got a lot of viewers, right? But what if I told you just the fact that Caitlin Clark was in the building for this game made it one of the most popular games in women's college basketball for the season?
And if you think this is bad, just wait until we break down how Reese is stat padding fake double-doubles while Clark dominates the rankings. Stay tuned because this is about to get real.
Caitlin Clark's jersey retirement was huge. It was a huge event. Yes, AJ Wilson's jersey retirement was on the exact same day. There was no question about it.
Let's make one thing clear. Caitlin Clark is a superstar and Angel Reese is nothing but overhyped. If you need proof, just look at the numbers. Clark's jersey retirement ceremony, where she didn't even play, drew 1.1 million viewers. Let that sink in. A player not even stepping on the court still managed to generate one of the highest viewerships in women's college basketball history.
What was crazy about this, the numbers were much better than NBA legend Kobe Bryant's jersey retirement ceremony on December 18, 2017 on Iowa versus USC February 3rd. It was also the second most watched game in NCAA history, just by her going to the game.
Meanwhile, Angel Reese is out here struggling to draw even 80,000 viewers for her actual games in the Unrivaled league.
People are literally reaching for the remote and turning her games off. She didn't even draw 80,000 viewers on a Saturday game.
That's not just a gap, it's an embarrassment. And it gets even worse for Reese. The 1.1 million viewers Clark pulled in, that's more than what Kobe Bryant's jersey retirement got.
Fair enough, like if Steph Curry showed up somewhere, there would be more posts about Caitlin Clark showing up there. There are levels to fame, and the level of fame Caitlin Clark is at might be up there with the highest levels there are.
Kobe, one of the greatest basketball legends of all time, didn't even bring in the numbers that Clark did. If that doesn't prove how massive Clark is, I don't know what will. Caitlin Clark isn't just a basketball player, she's the face of women's sports. And no matter how hard Angel Reese tries to push herself into that conversation, the numbers show she's not even close.
That is impressive. She's the face of women's basketball, obviously. She ain't even play and she still drew the most numbers. It is actually scary how much of a draw Caitlin Clark is as a player.
Let's talk about the Unrivaled League disaster. This was supposed to be a big opportunity for Angel Reese to prove herself. Instead, it's showing the world just how little impact she actually has. This league is barely pulling in views, and her own games can't even break 80,000 viewers. To put that into perspective, Clark's retirement event had over 10 times that audience, and she wasn't even playing.
Whatever she thinks she is or she's moving the needle, no. People are reaching for their remote when her games come on and clicking to something else. They're tuning out.
This is a brutal reality check for Angel Reese and her fans. Without controversy or media hype, she just doesn't have the pull. The problem for Angel Reese is that she has built her brand on drama, not dominance.
They've lost over half of their viewers since the debut. By the third week, they went from 311,000 viewers for a Rose Basketball Club Angel Reese game down to 140,000. They would have had a hard enough time if Caitlin Clark would have played.
She loves to be in the spotlight, but when the moment comes to actually perform, she crumbles. Look at her history. She's not breaking records, she's not drawing fans, and she's not making an impact.
The battle between Dejanay Carrington and Angel Reese barely broke 75,000 viewers. Are you kidding me? If Caitlin Clark would have played in that game, it would have got 500,000 viewers.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is doing all of that without even trying, and it's not just TV ratings. Clark's influence is everywhere. Her jersey sales are through the roof, her games are packed with fans, and even celebrities like Joe Burrow are showing up to watch her.
Elsie Mitchell, she said, experiencing, I love Caitlin Clark fans, but Caitlin Clark fans are different. They're very passionate people. They're going to ride or die.
The moment she steps on the court, the energy shifts. People want to see her play. With Angel Reese, it's the complete opposite. The Unrivaled League is proving that when you take away the drama and social media hype, no one really cares about Reese's game.
Angel Reese is under this illusion that popularity on social media makes you a mainstream draw. Angel Reese is extremely popular with lonely men on social media. That popularity does not equate to ratings. If Angel Reese is a big star, how come people aren't watching her play basketball?
So while Angel Reese keeps talking about how she's that girl and how she belongs in the spotlight, the reality is painfully clear. She's just background noise in Caitlin Clark's story. Clark is breaking records and pulling millions of viewers without even playing, while Reese is missing layups in front of empty seats.
Taller than hell out there, can't hit a layup. Get in the lab, shoot 200 layups a day, every single 365 days.
If Angel Reese was really on Clark's level, we'd see it in the numbers. But guess what? We don't. If you thought Angel Reese's struggle to draw fans was bad, wait until you see how she inflates her stats to fool people into thinking she's dominant.
Angel Reese fans are celebrating another double-double. And I do understand a double-double from her and a win? Missing your shots.
Angel Reese is important. To who? I have been covering Angel Reese for about 2 years now. I have yet to see her draw a single fly to a fresh turf. But according to Angel Reese, everything I do keep going viral.
Her latest game was another classic example. She missed multiple easy layups, grabbed her own rebounds, and finally made a shot after multiple failed attempts. And just like that, her double-double was secured.
I cannot believe this is actually a clip that somebody put out to try to make her look good. This makes her look terrible. I'm shocked. That was pathetic. And then finally, she makes the layup. We're celebrating that? Really?
But let's be real, this wasn't skill. This was pure stat padding. Let's break it down. A real double-double is supposed to show a player's dominance, controlling the board, scoring efficiently, and making a real impact on the game. But what Reese does is something entirely different. She forces up bad shots, misses them on purpose or out of pure lack of skill, and then grabs her own rebound just to rack up numbers.
Is there anybody else in the WNBA or NBA that does this more than Reese? From tonight's game, third quarter, in 16 seconds, Reese took 4 shots, missed the first 3 shots, got an offensive rebound off her own 3 misses, and then finally made the 4th. But, quote, double-double, this looks just like Chicago Sky shit from last year. This dude's a white dude. He's getting called a racist over basketball criticism.
Instead of making the right play, passing to an open teammate or taking a smarter shot, she forces things for the sake of her stat sheet. And the worst part, her fans actually celebrate this. They flood social media acting like she dominated the game when in reality she was just padding her numbers at the expense of her team.
Angel Reese is the only basketball player to get criticized for not being lazy and willing to go up and fight for rebounds. And I've noticed she still will not pass the ball out to her teammates. She still will not, which tells me she's learned nothing.
Let's be clear, this isn't what great players do. Great players make their teams better. They move the ball, take smart shots, and elevate those around them. What does Reese do? She turns basketball into a selfish stat padding mission.
4 for 10 shooting from the field, 12 rebounds, 6 offensive boards. Those are her own missed shots.
And guess what? Her own team plays better without her. In this very game where she secured her fake double-double, her team actually performed better when she was on the bench.
Angel Reese's team last night won a game, but it just so happens that once again, Angel Reese's teammates have to carry her to a victory.
That's right. When Angel Reese wasn't forcing up bad shots, the ball moved better. Her teammates got involved, and they actually played real basketball. This isn't the first time either. Back in her WNBA days, the Chicago Sky also played better without her. There's a clear pattern here. When Reese is off the floor, her teams thrive. But Reese doesn't care about that. She cares about protecting her image, boosting her personal stats, and giving her fans something to blindly defend.
Angel Reese said last night to Kaylee Copper, "Girl, bye, you messed up my assist on the 3. Angel stole one of my rebounds." That's not surprising. She stole Camila Cardoso's playing time last year with the Chicago Sky. This person says, "It sounds like, Stat Patty, when are you going to admit and y'all have a stake in gambling?" That is interesting.
That's why even after missing multiple layups in a row, she still refuses to pass the ball. She'd rather take 5 bad shots just to make one than actually trust her teammates. And the sad part is her fans eat it up. They celebrate these fake double-doubles as if she's dominating, when in reality she's just proving how inefficient she really is. And let's not forget, she keeps trying to compare herself to Caitlin Clark.
The one thing Angel Reese has not been doing is working on layups, because once again, she was crap last night shooting the ball. If you watch that and don't notice how terrible her basketball play is, then you don't know basketball.
But here's the difference. Clark actually dominates. She puts up real numbers that translate into wins, and she does it against the best competition. Reese manufactures stats in a second-rate league that no one watches and still plays inefficiently.
Well, eventually she did make the layup, but it damn sure took you enough tries to get there. Her fans are celebrating her double-double from last night. She shot 40%. Her fans are going to be, "Oh, but she won." Not because of her.
The numbers don't lie. Angel Reese's game is built on selfish play, forced stats, and empty numbers. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark doesn't need to chase stats. Her numbers naturally reflect her greatness.
We've got ESPN's ranks of WNBA players right now, and Caitlin Clark is really damn high. Angel Reese ain't nowhere to be found in the top 10. She's not involved. Well, wait a minute now. I was told Angel Reese was like one of the absolute best players in this league. Where is she? She was not in the top 10. I thought, oh shit, her fans are really going to be mad about this. They're going to be twisted off.
Reese can pretend all she wants, but every time she steps on the court, the truth becomes clearer. She's just not that good. When evaluating the basketball prowess of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, the disparity in their skill sets becomes glaringly evident. Clark's game is a harmonious blend of scoring, playmaking, and leadership, making her an invaluable asset to any team. In contrast, Reese's contributions, while notable in specific areas, lack the versatility and impact that define Clark's performances.
Just have nothing but great things to say about who she is as a person. Just so welcoming and so warm as an individual that she can have a conversation with anybody. She's cut from the same cloth as me in that regard. You know what? Us Midwesterners, we tend to just, accept everybody with open arms. She was so kind to my family and everyone in the suite when she came to KC. So huge fans of Caitlin Clark.
Scoring and efficiency. Caitlin Clark has consistently demonstrated her scoring prowess, averaging 16.8 points per game with a true shooting percentage of 57.7%. This efficiency underscores her ability to score effectively from various positions on the court. Angel Reese, on the other hand, averages 13.5 points per game with a true shooting percentage of 47.6%, indicating a less efficient scoring approach.
We found out what her ranking is. People are pissed because she's too high. Angel Reese, interesting, landed at the number 12 spot. Look, I'm not dumb. I know she's not the 12th best player in the league. She might be like, 42? Something like that? I don't know. Another one said, quote, "Angel Reese being 12th is disrespectful to literally every other woman in the WNBA. She's easily top 300. but not 12. Caitlin Clark averaged 0.7 block shots, per game, literally. She's averaging more block shots than Angel Reese. That's hilarious. She's a point guard, by the way.
Playmaking and court vision. Clark's exceptional court vision is evident in her league-leading 8.2 assists per game, highlighting her dual threat as both a scorer and facilitator. Her ability to create opportunities for teammates elevates the overall team performance. Reese's playmaking, however, is less pronounced, with her contributions primarily focused on rebounding and interior play.
I think that experiencing it, I love Caitlin Clark fans, but Caitlin Clark fans is different. They C-Square, shout out to the gang,
different.
They are very passionate people and they gonna ride or die.
Listen, Caitlin Clark is a god to her friends. She does no wrong. Do not play. Do not play with her fans.
Let's just say C-Square, I'm happy I'm on the right end of it.
We on the right end of the stick, man, because
I hate to be.
Listen,
because
they love us right now. But if we go right and left, it's over for us.
Caitlin Clark fans, I love you back, I promise. Please stop.
Yeah.
Her fan. But the one thing I would say about Caitlin Clark fans that I can't appreciate, they'll go anywhere she go.
Oh, they gonna travel. She gonna travel. And right there. Right there
with her. It's super dope though, because it's they would literally go anywhere she go, and so she's built that kind of platform. And damn, that's lit.
Versatility and impact. Clark's dynamic style of play allows her to influence the game in multiple facets, from orchestrating the offense to making critical defensive plays. Her versatility makes her a constant threat and a challenging matchup for opponents. Reese's game, while strong in rebounding, leading the league with 12.0 rebounds per game, is more one-dimensional, focusing heavily on interior play without the added dimension of perimeter scoring or playmaking.
Just put the ball in the basket on the first 2 attempts, not the 4th attempt, the first 2 attempts. At some point, TNT Sports is going to be like, we ain't making no money because we ain't got no ratings. And they don't have any ratings, and she's not pulling them. She had a game last Saturday, didn't even make 80,000 viewers. This person said you complain about everything. Professional life is different, and you can't seem to handle it.
Leadership and intangibles. Beyond statistics, Clark's leadership on the court is palpable. She commands the game with a poise and confidence that galvanizes her team, often taking over in crucial moments to secure victories. Reese, while a formidable presence in the paint, does not exhibit the same level of leadership or ability to take control of the game in high-pressure situations.
The one thing we know that women's basketball is not comfortable with, good marketing. Caitlin Clark are good marketing. Caitlin Clark comes in the WNBA, their cash cow, shows up, they avoid her. They think Caitlin Clark is the COVID. The whole league just tried to stay away from her as much as humanly possible when they should be entirely leaning in.
In summary, while Angel Reese has carved out a niche with her rebounding and interior play, Caitlin Clark's comprehensive skill set, efficiency, and leadership distinguish her as the superior player. Clark's multifaceted contributions and ability to elevate her team's performance underscore her status as a transcendent talent in women's basketball.
That is garbage. We told you people wasn't going to tune in for this league. We tried to tell you that. Oh no, watch, Angel's going to ball. You can't argue with 76,000 viewers.
Caitlin Clark is selling out everywhere she goes. Last season, the WNBA had to move road games out of high school gyms into actual NBA arenas just to accommodate the demand.
It is unrivaled. It is also unwatched. If you don't have Caitlin Clark playing women's basketball, or if you're not the NCAA tournament playing women's basketball, you got nothing.
America sent them a clear reminder. We are not interested in watching pretend basketball. We have 30 years of evidence that proves women's basketball does not draw on television. We have 30 years of evidence that proves Americans are not interested in women's basketball.
Jealousy and envy and delusion all mixed together. You have no idea what you're talking about. You're delusional. People are watching these games because of Caitlin Clark. Oh boy, if I say what I really think, these black women and these feminist white women are not going to sleep with me. And I may lose my job. They're going to come after my job. We're not in position to say to an Angel Reese, shut up.
36 million. She drove to Indianapolis just by showing up as a rookie and making history. And so I understand her point of view. She wants to probably let other athletes shine. And she also says, it's earned, not given. There are other people that can use that spotlight to compete as well. So I think Caitlin, she moves because she knows people follow her no matter matter where she goes, and she's very strategic about dictating where her value is.
At the end of the day, the numbers don't lie. Caitlin Clark is breaking records, drawing millions of viewers, and proving why she's the face of women's basketball, without even trying. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is stuck chasing headlines, inflating her stats, and struggling to stay relevant in a league no one watches. The gap between them isn't just wide, it's undeniable. And as Clark continues to dominate on the court and in the culture, Reese's excuses won't change the reality staring her in the face. Want to see more proof of Clark's impact? Stick around because this story is only getting bigger.
36 million she drove to Indianapolis just by showing up as a rookie and making history. And so I understand her point of view. She wants to probably let other athletes shine. And she also says, like, it's earned, not given. There are other people that can use that spotlight to compete as well. So I think Caitlin, she moves because she knows people follow her no matter where she goes. And she's very strategic about dictating where her value is.